off we go to Laos. All packed up. Everyone's rearranged their stuff and we're heading to the border. It should take us about, I think about 3 hours, isn't it, Em?
Yeah, I think so. It's we're actually still quite far away, but there's not much between here and the border, so it should be actually a nice ride. We have blue skies and imminent warning of a typhoon in Laos, so we have devised a bit of a plan, but I'll talk to you about that in a bit. First things first is to get out of Pura? I can't remember how to say it. P-E-U-R, the town that we're in. We're already fueled up and get onto the motorway that we're not allowed to be on.
Yes, oh yeah, I forgot about that. We've all got to sneak on together, haven't we?
That's it.
Which should be fun in a big group.
Yes, it should be fun in a big group.
Because once they see the first two, they might be a little bit more prepared for the next 10.
They normally start running over from the little booth on the side, and it's like, go, go, go.
Shouting. This will be the last time. Should be the last time we'll have to do that today.
Hopefully.
How are you feeling about leaving China today?
I'm excited. I feel like it ended the chapter. I wish I was more prepared for Laos physically and mentally. I'm tired. I think you are as well.
Exactly.
It's been a lot the past 4 weeks. Ideally, we always have a bit of a break towards the end of the season, ready for a new season to start, and you get yourself G'd up for a new challenge. The challenge in Laos will be the roads.
And the weather, I would imagine.
Yeah, and the weather. But I feel like I'm being rushed into a new country without having
any time.
To really think about it.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We've also had a typhoon. Well, it's not a warning, it is information. There is a typhoon.
Yes.
It's coming through from the east, isn't it? And it's coming over to the west.
We're directly in the line of the typhoon. There's nothing we can do about it. We're at the very end of it, so by the time it reaches us, it should just be a blustery day in North Wales. I'm hoping anyway. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. My first checkpoint, my mental checkpoint, is getting to the border and getting the bags checked again and getting that exit stamp in our passports to China. That's task number one. And then we need to get our insurance for Laos. We've already done our visas, and then get our temporary import permit for Laos. And then the next tackle is getting to the hotel. So yeah, it's one thing after another today. It's going to be a bit jam-packed, I think. But here we go. Let's go to Laos.
Let's do some. And we've been on the road for 3 minutes and no one's cut us off.
Oh,
well done, China. Good
start.
job. Finally at the end. Welcome ride.
I will not miss these police stops.
No, that's 3 today, is it? 3 already?
Yeah. It's so frustrating as well. They don't do anything. They just flick through your passport pretending to look.
And take a photo of it and that's it, yeah.
Right, we are 10 kilometres away from the border, which means we are 67 kilometres in total away from our hotel. Which means we are completely on schedule and on track, which is music to my ears.
It is. I think we've actually arrived a little bit earlier than scheduled, which is good. We might even have that extra hour, or get out of the checking an hour earlier. It was great. The ride here was actually really beautiful. It was all highway, but the highway sort of it didn't cut through the forest, it sort of skimmed over it, so the nature could continue underneath, which was really cool to see.
Yeah, it was a nice ride. Good way to start the day.
Okay, it is time to say goodbye to China.
Yes.
This is our last 600 meters now, and we are at the border of Laos. It's actually quite a pretty border town. Normally they're quite grungy, aren't they, the border towns?
That has been nearly 9,000 kilometers through China we have ridden in just under 4 weeks. So I think it's been 29 days we've been riding through China. Unbelievable. So many amazing memories. Everest obviously being the highlight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But now we have a new challenge, and that is to see how quickly we can exit, as we know that we have a bit of a time window with this weather front that is supposedly moving in. So yeah, here we go. Goodbye, China.
Yeah, time to park the bike up and let the formalities begin. We are finally through the border and into Laos. Exiting China took a while. There was a quick preliminary check, then it was passport control. That took about an hour to get the group through, and then they checked everyone's bags a second time. It didn't take too long. The Laos border entry was really straightforward. We had our e-visa already, so we didn't need to queue up. If you don't get your e-visa, you might have to queue up for about half an hour with a load of other people trying to get them at the window. But we already had ours, so that was easy. What else do we need to do? Insurance first. That cost, I think, 10 yuan. 10 yuan or 30 yuan, something like that. It was pretty cheap anyway. Then you pay for a registration, which I think was about £1 as well. And then you're through. They give you a little scan QR code after you've entered the details of your bike. It's quite advanced actually. They've got a computer, you put all your details in and they print you a QR code out, and then you scan that on the gate and then you're free to go. So the next stage for us is to make our way to the hotel. It has just started raining.
It's time to unveil my grand, sneaky, cheeky plan. What is behind me is a hired car, a hired 4x4 actually. And the reason I did this was around 4 weeks ago when I started looking into Laos and the border crossing, I realized that this road was going to be horrendous. I've been reading online about the road of mud, the road of landslides. It looked like hell. There's a million TikToks on it, there's blogs on it. And then I started talking to locals when we were looking at hotels, and they told us basically it was impassable, that the road at this specific time, especially as we were in the middle of wet season, the road was going to be hell. So I came up with a plan, and this is the plan. I have hired a driver and a 4x4, and we have taken the panniers and all of the luggage off of Sean. Us and a few other people in the group have all chipped in. It was €80 to hire the driver for 5 hours to get us from the border to the hotel, which is 57 kilometers away. This might seem like a lot to kind of do, but when you see the roads, you're going to be like, Emily, that was a clever idea, because these bikes, they're heavy as it is, they're heavy in sand, but on mud like we've got, and with a Typhoon coming, this was the smartest idea. So this is the car that I'm going to be in. I'm not going to be riding on the pillion seat for this. The likelihood that Sean's going to come off is really high. Sean also, if you've been watching for a while, you'll know that Sean broke his foot on the Wakan. It's just about getting to the point of healed. We don't want it to break again or for the fracture to spread. So I'm not going to ride these 50 kilometers. I'm okay with it. I think it's the safest option. Storm is now completely lightweight. He's got his Karoo 4s on, and all of the luggage is in this car behind me, which I'm going to be in with our driver for the next 3 to 4 hours, because even in the car, this road is going to take 3 or 4 hours. So you're going to be on board with Sean. I'm going to be following along closely behind with tow ropes and some muscle strength to be able to pull him and anyone else out of the dirt. It's going to be a really interesting few hours, and honestly, I was a bit nervous about whether to hire the driver or to just do it ourselves. But after speaking to some of the border guards, after speaking to a lot of people here, and speaking to my driver, he says this road is hell. And I'm quite proud that the plan has come off and been executed, and we're going to get everybody safely to a hotel, and the bikes are all going to get there in one piece, hopefully. So yeah, let's do this. Let's get to the hotel and have our first challenge here in Laos. All right, I will see you later.
See you later, Em. Behave.
I will. Behave, Stormy. So I am now in the car heading towards the hotel. The bikes are just behind us. So far we're still on tarmac. Well, it's kind of like a concrete road because we're still in the Boten city area. All the bags from I think 6 or 7 bikes are in the 4x4, and I am with our lovely driver. My Thai and Lao isn't very good, so we're going to be communicating using Google Translate, but we are ready to tackle these 57 kilometers to the hotel. I think it's going to take around 3 hours. We're going to go slow. We're going to keep an eye on the bikes in the mirrors and make sure that everyone's okay. They are riding in a team, so they've got a leader and a sweeper and the bikes in between to make sure that everyone's okay. So if anyone comes off, there's enough hands to pick up the bike, and I think everyone's about to get very muddy and very wet, but I'm proud of all of the bikes that are braving it today, because tomorrow the typhoon hits, and yeah, we've been really warned about it. So people that are actually planning to stay in Boten have seen the weather that's coming and have forfeited their hotels and are like, let's just get out of this region as fast as we can. So here we go. I wonder how Sean's feeling right now.
Right, and we are off. This is our group. We're all heading to the same hotel, so we're going to stick together for this leg. The rain's actually holding off at the moment, which is really good. So everyone in the group have decided that they're going to press on today. There's some that were going to stay here, but the weather is forecasted to rain all night and all week. And this piece of road is notorious for being rough, so if we'd all waited till tomorrow, the road would be even worse. So we're gonna go for it today. I think it'll be fine. It's 20 past 3 now. Guy reckons it'll take us about 3 hours to do 50 kilometers, and the car can do it in 2. But it doesn't set, the sun doesn't set till 6, so we've got about probably 4 hours of realistic daylight until we get to the hotel. But if it stays like this, it'll be okay, but I don't think it will.
So about 2 kilometers out from the town, we have gravel and mud. It's pretty hard pack though. It's not nice by any means, but it's not flooded at the moment. There seems to be good lines to be able to pick, but there are big ruts and potholes forming.
Okay, and instantly the road has disappeared. And it's a mud bath already. And this is just the start. I'll have to stand up here, I think. Oh, these big boulders. It's actually not too bad. The road is actually quite firm for now. But I think everyone's going to need a wash when we get there. I've opted for no waterproofs because I feel it's so hot here that I'm just going to get clammy and sweaty anyway, so I might as well just get wet from the rain.
So some of the bikes are coming past now. I don't know where Sean is. I think he's at the back. I think they designated him as the sweeper. If I know him, he won't come through with a truck coming. Oh no, maybe I don't know him. That bike and Sean are different people when he doesn't have the panniers on. He always says his biggest concern is always hurting me or damaging the panniers.
Quite a backlog of trucks at the moment as well to contend with. And I, foolishly, did not take the rubbers off my grips. So they are a little bit slippery. I think the next time we stop, I'm going to take them off so we've got full grips again.
I think he will let us in. He's okay. There we go.
Right, I have managed to get the rubber grips off these pegs. Oh, it's amazing the difference it makes. Feet are absolutely planted now, which is just as well, because this is quite a bumpy road and slippery. There's like a, I don't know if it's like a clay mud or whatever, but my feet were slipping off the pegs all over the show then, but now they're absolutely solid.
This one is huge. It's like a swimming pool. This is the first town we've gone through. It's crazy. It's like they've put loads of, oh my goodness. They've put loads of gravel down into the mud to try and make it better, but it's created these huge, huge potholes. I can see that there are some dry lines for the bikes, but they're very difficult to find, and you're weaving your way all the way over the tarmac and risking a head-on with a truck.
So it's only been raining a little bit this afternoon, and already the water is starting to gather on the roads. I think it was a good choice to go today, because it's supposedly going to rain all night and all the rest of the week. So if this is the worst section, which I don't know if it is, maybe it's not, it's good to get this one done while it's fairly dry.
You've got some hill climbs now coming up, I can see. There's no dry line here, it's just pure mud the whole way. And it's pretty much backed up truck.
Hello! So I have to say, Laos is exactly how I thought it would be. What a lovely village it is. Families outside, kids waving, having fun in the rain. Ah, that must be a little school there. Very cute indeed. Ooh, that beer looks good at this time. I've not earned it yet though. 40 kilometers to go. We've already done 10. That was quite painless. Very bumpy though, I have to say. Em's idea to unload the bags was brilliant. Really saves the bike. And Em's back as well. It's quite hard being a pillion when it's so bumpy. As the rider, you can very much prepare and you know exactly when a bump's going to happen. And you've got hold of the handlebars, so you can take some of the shock on your arms as well as your legs. But pretty rough for a pillion. I mean, Em would soldier on, of course, without any complaints, but for what we're paying each now, I think we've all chipped in as a group. It can't be more than $10 or $20 each to have someone drive all our goods, which is brilliant. Lightens the load off the group, takes away a lot of stress as well, because we actually had no idea what it would be like. I thought it was going to be worse than this, to be honest. It's actually not so bad so far, but it might get worse, we don't know. But Storm's handling it like a legend.
You can see here just how rocky and slippy and slimy it looks. We are barely doing, what, 10 kilometers an hour? And we have 50 before the hotel. So as you can see, we crossed from here, Boten. You can see the line, and that's where we are. And we're trying to get onto this road here, which takes us down to, well, takes us down to okay, it takes us to Luang and Namph here. So we have still quite a long way to go. These are the conditions at the moment. Same as ever, no better, no worse.
Heading into the village of Nam Thung. Welcome. Oh, the rickety bridge. I would like this one. And into town. It looks turning right here. Yep.
So we are in hour 2 now of riding the road from How. Oh no. Okay. Oh, I thought I saw a bike on the floor then, but someone's just changing a tyre. Every kilometre we do where I don't see a bike on the floor is a very happy kilometre. It is so bad, this road. When the tarmac comes, and I mean, like, when I say tarmac, I'm using that very loosely, it's kind of like broken concrete. When it comes, it is cracked and fractured in the worst possible way that's just going to destroy the front forks. If you hit one of these potholes at speed, you're off. If you hit any of these muddy, slushy, sandy patches at speed, you're off. This is such a technical ride that the guys are having to do. It's also not the most enjoyable drive. It's quite bumpy. We're on a good section at the moment, which means we've done, I think, 3 kilometres quite quickly. But here it goes again. And we're back. This is now a different surface again. It's gravel. Muddy gravel. There does seem to be dry lines forming where the trucks have been, which is fantastic. But yeah, we keep on trucking, keep on riding through. Hope Sean's all right.
It's intermittent, bumpy concrete with muddy tracks, but like I say, they're not too bad. But after another few days of rain, they're not going to get any better. Yeah, even that is slightly damp. You can still feel it moving around underneath. Thank goodness I have the Carrefours on.
So we are now in the town of Boten, which is, yeah, not too far before we make the turn onto that road that's going to take us to Luang Namtha. But yeah, this is the first bigger town I've seen. The road is not so bad through this bit. It just looks so slippy on the concrete, and then there's just these giant potholes through it. I think Sean is quite far ahead of me now. We've been stuck in a lot of truck traffic, so he will be getting to the hotel before me and the luggage. Oh, this is a battle. Yeah. It's not got any worse, the rain. So it was predicted, I think, at 4 o'clock for a really big lightning storm. So it's 3:15 now, which means it's 45 minutes away. But looking at the sky, it's still looking quite bright out there. So I'm hoping if the storm can just push off for another hour, we could get everybody... slowly. We could get everybody to the hotel safely, including me.
Hello. I think school must have just finished here. All the kids are walking home. No one being picked up in cars because it's raining. Hello. Happy kids bring a smile to your face. No matter where you are in the world, they're all just the same, aren't they? Playing out in the rain. So we're making good progress. Only 31 kilometers to go. And tarmacked. I think people like to make out that things are worse than they actually are. But still, I think it was a good choice today. It's got a Honda waterproof on. That's awesome. Oh, BMW need to make those. BMW ponchos, please. For when you need to make life a wet ride. Stand up for these. Go on, Storm. Well, that's rice in the fields, I think. Smells really fresh here with the water on all of the greenery. Very picturesque. what's this? Nam Hoi Dam. Small guest house there. We did see that there was a few guest houses to stay. Slightly rougher again, not too bad. In these conditions, these tyres are fantastic. Whether you need them or not, they just give you that confidence that you need. Then in the back of your mind thinking, oh, do I have the right tyres on for this or not? That's why I like to change them. And in countries like this, I'm not going to be looking at how, oh, that's a big one, slow down for that. In the right gear. Like I was saying, in countries like this, I'm not too concerned about higher speed and, you know, fast corner grips, because we won't be going more than, I would imagine, 50, 60 kilometers an hour in our Laos section. And I'll easily get 6,000 out of these Caros by calmly riding with them.
So we are officially halfway to the hotel. We've done 36 kilometers and we have another, I want to say like 21, 22-ish to go, but apparently the road gets better from here, which is fantastic news, because goodness me, we have been shaking around in this car. The bikes are ahead, we've not passed anyone off, which is fantastic news, but I'm going to be really honest with you. I was doubting myself on the decision to get the car. When I had the idea, I was like, oh no, we won't need it, like maybe it's dry, and I started to doubt my research, and I really started to doubt myself of like my gut, and my gut was telling me to get this car because it could be dangerous and it could potentially really hurt Sean or I, and everyone else in our group that's also put the luggage in. It makes such a big difference just taking that 50-60 kilo off the bike, and for Sean taking me off the bike when the roads have been so bad and so slippy, and they could have been so much worse. When I kind of did this plan, I was doubting it myself, and I'm really trying to learn to trust my instincts a lot more and trust the research that I spent so long looking into. This was $80 for us to have a car for a few hours to get us past this really bad section of road. If the Typhoon had come a day earlier, I actually don't know what we'd have done. We'd have probably been stuck in Boten. Tomorrow, according to the guide and according to all of the news outlets, it's going to get even worse. It's going to get really bad. So yeah, I am really glad that we made this decision to put the luggage in the car and me in the car, so that everybody could get there safely. We're just crossing over a bridge which looks horrible. Yeah, I think we're on to a winner with this. I think it was a smart plan, because yeah, it would have been really tough without being able to take the luggage off, especially with these conditions. I think if you arrive in Laos in the summer season, that road is probably just going to be a bit sandy, and you know, rocky and gravelly, and probably similar to the Pamir, not even the Wakan. But in this season, the fact that we've arrived in rainy season is not good. It wasn't a good idea, but it was the only option we had. So yeah, I'm hoping Sean feels the same. I'm sure he's having a lot of fun. At least I hope he's having fun.
Only 5 kilometers away from tonight's hotel. I have to say, it's been not too bad. It's always a ropey start, but we've got a tarmac here. Lots of people using this road. Not so bad at all, to be honest. Quite an agricultural smell in the air, I'm not gonna lie. I think the rain has brought the smells out. That river, maybe? No, a little river, stream. Seems a very pretty country, actually. All of this greenery around, little humble houses.
We're about 10 kilometers out now from the town.
in which we're staying in tonight. Roads are okay, the same. They've all been tarmacked at one point in their life. They've just seen better days, but the amount of water on the road is unbelievable. We've got a section here that looks quite bad. I think we've had a bit of a landslide. So there we go, they're just clearing off some of the mud. And these are some of the little houses that we're starting to see as we get closer to the town. Look at all the water on the roads. Another bit of a landslide here.
They've turned off the main road now and into little side streets. Watch out for the big gutters either side. Some of them just covered with sticks. Wouldn't want to end up in there. I don't think you get out of there in a hurry. But our hotel is 800 meters away, so just down here. I have no idea if there's a restaurant or anything at the hotel, so I'm going to keep an eye out for anything local. The little local shop there, not sure what we'll get from there, but I'm sure we'll find something when we get there. I actually got really good feelings about Laos so far. Little puppy, you know what, mate? As ever, smiley faces. You can always get a feeling for a country with the first hour or so, even less, maybe 10 minutes of driving there. You can see people's reactions. It's really nice. And all this rain, keeping Laos nice and green, really lush and full of vegetation. Stop sign there. Fine. I think the hotel is just here. Looking for the tulip. Ah, there it is. Oh, very nice. What a lovely place.
We have arrived at the hotel. That was an interesting first few hours in Laos. I am so glad that I got and hired the 4x4 to help us with those 57 kilometers and get everybody's bags here to the hotel. Everyone's checked in. There was no dramas. The road wasn't so bad. It could have been so much worse. Speaking with the driver, he said that we were actually really lucky. Tomorrow the typhoon hits. So I've just actually had a weather alert on my phone. So you can see here, it says, like when you're planning a route anywhere, so we're planning to actually head south from here. It says Tropical Storm Bulaloi, Typhoon number 20 is directly in our path. So yeah, that's a little bit disconcerting, I would say. The typhoon is moving quite fast towards us, so it should hit overnight or at least maybe hit tomorrow. So our plan is still to leave here tomorrow to get a little bit further into Laos and battle these roads ourselves. But overall, I'm really happy with how today's gone. The storm is fine, Sean is fine, and we are going to actually head for dinner now. So yeah, what a fun day. I'm hungry. And welcome to Laos. I don't think I said that because this is actually my 63rd country. That's crazy to think, and I'm really excited to start exploring it. I think today was kind of overshadowed by the road drama, and I'm just so thankful that storm's all good, Sean's safe, we're all safe, and we're ready for whatever the next few weeks here in Laos brings. I think it's going to bring a lot of rain.
Well, it is 9:30 and the wind has just started to pick up, and like I was saying before, we were going to go to dinner, which we did do, but we didn't film any of it because we were just relaxing and catching up, really. It's been a strange day. It's been really strange.
It was a nice start today.
The ride, the last bit of China was really beautiful. All the greenery, seeing the scenery changed quite a bit.
It did.
But the border crossing was boring and a bit.
It's like frustrating, wasn't it?
It's like, I don't know why it takes so long to leave a country. Entering a country, fair enough, checking your bags, but leaving, checking your bags twice, and a long time stamping.
It felt like a bit of a show today with the guards. It felt like they were having to do something, but they didn't know what to do, so they were just inconveniencing everyone, like picking out random bags to check. And obviously on a motorcycle, everything is packed into like smaller bags and packing cubes, and it was just a nightmare. They did not know what the tripod was. She got it out 3 times, and I said 3 times, like tripod, like camera, tripod, and she just didn't understand.
I don't know if she was expecting us to be assassins or something with this tripod. But we got through in the end. It wasn't actually that bad. They did get about 12 or 13 bikes through in about 2.5 hours, so it's actually, it was all right. The Laos border was really fast. That was impressive. A little bit disorganized, but everything we did in each step went through quite quickly. So
it was fast because we were prepared. If we hadn't have had the e-visa, it'd have been another hour. The queue for the visas was really long, so if you are going to do that border, I would recommend the e-visas.
The e-visa's fast and convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, and how technologically advanced Laos was with the 3 computers.
Yeah, that was really good to put the import of the details of the bikes in, and then you get your temporary import papers from that. That was quite impressive.
It was really impressive. And then you scanned a QR code to open the gate.
Yeah.
It was like
But then you could just linger there afterwards.
Yeah.
There's no sort of rules as to what you can and can't do.
It was really old-fashioned and really modern at the same time, the Laos border. It was basically in just a random room and you just got sent to different windows and everyone got sent to different ones. But it worked quite efficiently, and we got out, and then we were onto the mud road, which
wasn't as bad as people had made it out to be. It was pretty hazardous, and it could have got more hazardous, I think the point was.
Yeah.
Today it hadn't rained, and I don't think yesterday it hadn't rained either. But looking at the weather now for the next week, it is torrential.
Typhoon is here.
80% rain, 100% rain, thunderstorms. So yeah, that typhoon is about to hit us now, and it's going to be very wet for the next week.
Yeah, which puts us here at risk of landslides on the road, which is the major concern. So the main reasons I got the 4x4 when we went through with it was because landslides, pulling the bikes out to the luggage, that road has been even worse than it was today. And like I said before, the driver told me that tomorrow he wouldn't have even come and picked us up at the border.
So they've had a lot in the news about this typhoon.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we are planning on pressing on. We've got 120 kilometers to get to the next place where we plan to have some time off, and we've been planning that actually for at least a month and a half now. So we've been looking forward to that. So it would be a shame to have to cancel that
if we can't make it.
But the road that we got us here, the last 10 kilometers was fine, really.
Yeah.
Bit rough in places, quite slippery.
It was slow, but it wasn't.
Easily manageable. So we're hoping that the road's going to be like that tomorrow as we make our way to that resort in the middle of the rainforest, which will be beautiful if we do get there.
Yeah, so that is kind of the plan. We're just going to do this 130 kilometers, but we're going to play it by ear and see what the weather is like in the morning. If there is wind warnings, or if any of the guys here, that work here at the hotel say like, don't go, we're not going to risk it. When I was driving through today, you saw the mud like leaking almost.
Yeah, it's a different environment here.
It is.
You think it's just a bit of rain, but areas like this, rain has a big impact on the roads and the people, and it's something you have to take a little bit more seriously than if we were just back home and say, it's just a day in the rain. It's not really a problem, is it? But let's see.
We'll see. So that is kind of the end of China was really today, and the start of Laos. I don't know how much we're going to see of Laos, unfortunately. We're here at the wrong time of year. It is what it is. Let's just try and get to this 5-star resort tomorrow and have a break. It's been 30 days on the road in China, just less than 10,000 kilometers, and we have had a grand total of 3 days off, which we spent sightseeing
and doing jobs and getting the bike fixed. Well, not fixed, but maintained as well. So. Yeah, it's been an intensive last 4 weeks. Looking forward to taking it a little bit easier here in Laos.
And all of Southeast Asia.
And Southeast Asia as well. And seeing what we can of this country. But what we saw today was really beautiful. Nice to see the people. Everyone was happy in the rain. The kids were really cute. And the people that we've met have been really nice so far. The guy at the hotel desk here.
Lovely.
Really nice guy. So yeah, let's see how we get on tomorrow.